going on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh shit, you're...
Like such a good boy.
Get out of the road!
Gotta get it pumping. Good on 10? That looks fun.
Hey everyone, my name is Jimbo, and today we're finally going to start posting videos from Gold Rush Rally 2022. But before we get to that, however, there is something that we need to quickly touch on. On behalf of her daughter Ari, as well as her fiance Marks, we needed to let you know that unfortunately Rachel passed away last Thursday. This was very sudden, very unexpected, but a lot of people don't know this, but Rachel has been battling MS for the last 20 years. It's a disease that mistakenly attacks your brain and your nerves, and the resulting nerve damage disrupts communication between the body and the brain. But Rachel being Rachel, she refused to let that stop her from accomplishing anything she set her mind to. It affected almost every aspect of her life, including her ability to recover. Anytime we went somewhere or went to an event, it always took Rachel a little bit longer to recover from it. And this last rally, while she had the time of her life, and she had more fun than I had ever seen her have before, it was a little bit too much. Once she got home and finally laid down to rest after 2 weeks of non-stop rallying and fun, and not only that, driving back from Florida to Maryland. It's like a 16-hour drive. She passed away in her sleep. Her body just wasn't able to recover. There's a lot more I'd like to say here, but what Ari and Marks both want, and I'm sure Rachel would want this too, is for the rally videos that we were going to produce to go up as they would have. And at the end of the rally videos, we'll release a nice tribute video for her. With all that being said, I hope all of you guys enjoy these videos just as much as we enjoyed filming them. It really was a blast. So now, enjoy our first day arriving for Gold Rush Rally in Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm Rachel Larritt. You might remember me from Techademics, Mischief, Savage Garage, and now Jimbo's channel. The moves you see in the videos should stay in the videos. When you're on the street, drive responsibly and always wear your seatbelt. What's up, everybody?
You want to see your car?
We're in Vegas.
Yeah.
My car's been gone for a month. I haven't seen it. I gotta take out my retainers. Maybe later. Are you gonna be able to see the underglow? Dude, take a step back.
We can turn it on, but...
Oh my god, that's a wall.
It looks cool.
It's cool, but like it looks so much smaller. It looks cool.
Oh my gosh, it's hot as fuck.
Holy shit! All right, that was good.
Yeah, we're done.
Hot. Like, let's
Wait, I'll lock your car so I can grab my keys and just turn my car on.
We ain't filming shit right now. That's enough.
Oh shit, that didn't work. I forgot how to drive this car. It's been like forever. I haven't seen this car in like a month. Okay, we're in Sporty Boy Plus. My car is fast now. What?
I've seen everything on rallies, but a personal cigar roller, that's out of this world. I love it.
Give me the passport.
Password?
Yeah.
Oh, you pay me?
Here you are, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, man.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm.
time, a time that we've all been looking forward to. This is Gold Rush Rally 2022. I wanted to give you a little bit of walk around of what the cars are, what everything means, what the hell these liveries are, and all that. So I guess we're all on the same page. So first things first, let's talk about the 65. This thing I haven't talked about in a little while. The last time I talked about it on the channel, honestly, I was talking about selling it. And yeah, after a little while of just going back and forth and figuring out what I really wanted to do, an idea popped into my brain. And that idea was turning this into really the 4-door Huayra. So for those who don't know, this has the same motor that ended up going in the Pagani Huayra. You know, Randy's old Huayra, it had the same motor that came from this car. And we always made the joke that, you know, this was the 4-door Huayra. But the thing that it was missing was A, it didn't make Pagani noises 100%, it made some, but it didn't make the whole thing. It also was missing the exhaust. So we remedied that. I want to show you what we did back here. We've got Valvetronic mufflers on here and an incredible Zurifab exhaust that is, well, it's a Pagani Huayra exhaust. One of the most notable features of the Pagani is its quad tip exhaust. It's signature to that car. And I really wanted to do something in spirit of that. And the rear end of this car, I always looked at it and I went, you know, it would look really cool with a quad tip exhaust, but the thing is, there's a spare tire in the way. Well, we got rid of that. The way we did this was we cut out the spare tire and we put a metal sheet in place of it. Now this thing actually sounds, and I honestly can't believe how similar it sounds to it, but this sounds exactly like Randy's old Huayra. It makes me laugh, it makes me giggle, it reminds me of a lot of really great times in that car. And to be able to have the 4-door version of it is, it means a lot to me. But the other thing we did is we had a custom badge made that says Huayra J for Jimbo. But let's keep moving on. I know, by the way, you're looking at this like, where's this little piece? I gotta get a sticker to cover that, this fell off. So let's talk about this wrap. Now some of you are looking at this and saying to yourself, I recognize this and I don't know why. Well, this was the livery that was on the Need for Speed Underground 2 350Z, Rachel's car. That's the car you drive at the beginning of the game. I played the game a ton growing up, and you know, I always, you know, I thought it might look cool on this car, and because we were also going with Rachel Larritt, I figured, wouldn't it be cool if we twinned? So a few renderings later by Monaco Auto Design, Brian, and he did a great job. And you know, when in Rome, right? Like, you gotta have the neon. That was like, the only thing missing from this car at this point is nitrous, a giant speaker setup in the trunk, and well, some spinners. We also had the wheels powder coated on this car. I didn't do a polished lip on here because we ran out a little bit of time, so I just had a powder coated silver. Wheels that Rachel's car had, the 350Z, they were a gold face with a polished lip. So that's what we emulated here. The final thing that was done to this car, that was just incredible. Big thanks to Tuning Tech FS, Frank Smith. Frank tuned this car before we came out here. This is now the fastest S65, like 2006 S65 AMG, to my knowledge, that just has a tune on it. This thing is pushing to the wheels 670 horsepower and 881 pound-feet of torque. To put it into perspective, Frank had to turn it down because when he put it on the dyno and put it through the numbers, originally it was making like 940 pound-feet of torque, but the transmission couldn't take it. So it's fast, to say the least. I was driving this car and I gotta tell you, it feels like a new car. I cannot believe how fast this thing is. So when we get back from Gold Rush, we're gonna do some other things to build this car. But right now, to the crank, it's making about 1,000 pound-feet of torque to the crank. So it's really insane that this is what this car is putting out, and it's still drivable. I can get in it and it still has the everyday drivability. So that's my S65. Now let's go to Rachel's car real quick. Now Rachel's car, we did the wrap, obviously. We did the wheels powder coated in gold. I gotta tell you, I mean, the car looks like a completely different car now. Rachel's car looked good before, but to me now, I mean, to me it just looks so much better. I don't know if it's because I love the wrap so much or it's just because it fits the car so well, but it's insane how good this car looks now. As I mentioned already, we had the neon on here already. One of the other things that we had Dante Wraps do when he did the wrap was we changed all the accent colors on this car to green because we thought it would look a little fugly if we had green wrap and then red accents. The other thing this green wrap did was hide a small little boo-boo on the front diffuser here.
We put this strip of green here, and you would never know unless you got up close to it, really close, that there was a small little boo-boo in the carbon fiber. So it looks incredible. And when we installed the neon, we also put a bar right here to illuminate the intercooler because, you know, growing up, I always thought it was the coolest thing. If you had a turbo car and you had a car with a big front bumper on it with area for an intercooler, to light that up just looks so cool. And this thing going down the road, I mean, I've never seen another one look this cool. You know, I'm just so happy with the way this turned out. And the final car, you guys have seen plenty of it already, but Blake's Explorer. Ever since people have pointed this out, I can't stop seeing it. Like if you come around to right over here, you could see. Ever since people said this front end looks like a mustache, every time I see it now, I'm like, look at this distinguished gentleman. You know, it's so aggressive looking, but it does look like a mustache. But it just came out so good. Like, this is the most evil looking Explorer I've ever seen. This will get everybody out of the way in the left lane. We've already seen that here in Vegas work very well for us. But this is gonna be such a great support vehicle. People ask me, like, why did you do all this? Like, why did you go to the effort to do all this, wrap these cars like Need for Speed cars? The reason I did this is because when I was younger, I always played these Need for Speed games and I said to myself, one day I want that car. One day I wanna have something like that. And then people would say, well, why don't you just build that car? And for some of them, I definitely want to. But I gotta tell you, man, I mean, there's something I enjoy a lot about just doing throwbacks to stuff I grew up with as a child. And seeing this in real life now, I feel like I've been transported back into like 2006. It just makes me so happy to see a dream of mine from younger come to life. And I'm really excited to take you guys along with me on the ride on this Gold Rush. So with that being said, folks, if you haven't hit the like button already, please do. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Check out JM Co. And with all that being said, see you in the next one.
20 years of coming to Vegas, I don't remember it ever being this hot in my life. It's like 2 seconds outside, your shoes are melted to the ground.
What do they get y'all for?
Not to make anybody take attention off of where they're driving, but does anybody else see what looks like mini tornadoes off to the left and done?
What kind of turtle was it, Rachel?
A dead one now.
Son of a bitch.
I just need somebody.
Well, he sprayed me 4 times as I was about to leave, and it got in my hair. I understand now. This sucks.
Yeah, he got shot right there.
Yeah, look, there's
Yo,
my splatter on the wall.
Dude, it looked...
I
That didn't sound right.
I approved of all of it.
There's my
I was
splatter on the wall.
Yeah, that didn't sound right at all, buddy.
But anyway, there's...
Everything that Blake on the flight here, every other
Oh,
flight-
I don't know why. It wasn't up purpose.
And he's like, oh yeah, I just came, like, and then stopped, and then he's like,
That sounded so much worse. That sounded so much worse out of context. Take that out of context.
but he's like, yeah, I'm hard, but like, just
No,
but everything
because it was hard to breathe. I was like, yeah, hard.
But like everything was like, he's like, I really got a big one. Like when you were like, when you were like, you can't give a guy 11 inches, and I was like, yeah, you can't. Like it's not, no, that's not a thing. And just like everything out of his mouth, like he would just stop because he couldn't breathe. And
Yeah,
it
no,
went
I didn't
for
use
me.
all of it. I just did a little.
It's so funny.
Okay, you gotta show Dove the video.
Anyway, there's confetti around here now. I'm gonna order room service.
I just need somebody. I just need somebody.